Good evening, I am Ilya Siluyanov on XYZ News, and today it's perfect time to analyze the final presidential debates between the current president of the United States, Donald John Trump, and the future president of this country, Joseph Biden. Our special reporters, Khush Patel, Rafail Venediktov, and Jayveersinh Raj are going to point out some logical fallacies in their performance. Let's look at it.
We have a vaccine, it's coming, it's ready, it's going to be announced within weeks, and it's going to be delivered. Operation Warp Speed, which is military, is going to distribute the vaccine.
Here we can see a non-cause fallacy. Trump came to an incorrect conclusion by linking the existence of the vaccine with the solution of all the problems caused by corona crisis.
Trump didn't define accurately what is going to arise within 2 weeks. The first results of the trial vaccines or the vaccines itself. Casually, we could think that he means that every US citizen might vaccinate, but it's not true. It is an amphiphily, which is a double meaning sentence.
We're in a situation where there are 1,000 deaths a day now. 1,000 deaths a day. And there are over 70,000 new cases per day. Compared to what's going on in Europe, as the New England Medical Journal said, they're starting from a very low rate. We are starting from a very high rate.
Britain is talking about high infection rates trying to reproach Trump, but he is not mentioning about current achievements and that the mortality rate has decreased. In contrast to what was in the spring, the politicians just ignoring the obvious benefits. It's an accident.
If we just wore these masks, the president's own advisors have told him, we could save 100,000 lives.
Here we can see an inhalation LNK and secondum white fallacies. Biden fights only advantages in masks, whereas there are many studies saying that masks don't really help much to help the virus. Moreover, some European countries decide not to make masks obligatory because it just creates a feeling security and people stop following the social distance rule, which really helps in pandemic.
Frankly, he ran the H1N1 swine flu, and it was a total disaster. Far less lethal, but it was a total disaster. Had that had this kind of numbers, 700,000 people would be dead right now. But it was a far less lethal disease.
Trump is talking about completely different diseases and still compares the infection rate. Meanwhile, the mortality rate of H1N1 was significantly lower. This is simply defying small details, which falls under secondum quid fallacy.
Now I recover. 99.9% of young people recover. 99% of people recover. We have to recover.
Ignoratio elenchi fallacy here. Trump says that most people recover and it is the cause to remove the restrictions. But the real statistic is a little bit worse. So for a country with more than 300 million citizens, it begins to influence the overall situation more strongly.
Democrats, they shut down so tight and they're dying.
Trump says that Democrats are dying because they have closed and invite them to continue their businesses by opening shops, schools, entertainment centers, etc. If Democrats die, they are closed. They are not closed, then they will not die. A consequent affirmative fallacy in Trump's logic.
We also notice that Trump often makes accents on the China, probably trying to expose it as a culprit of all US problems. It's an accent fallacy.
From China, but China, it's China's fault.
That's all for this hour. Stay with XYZ News.